Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Codex After Dark. We are in Comics of the Week and Back Issue Gems. My name is Tim. This guy over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is the birthday boy himself,
Thank you.
Uncle Gary. And right next to him is Dan Kelly, formerly of Instagram, now live on Instagram. Gentlemen, welcome to the party. How are you all this weekend?
Great.
Doing
I'm
good.
doing great.
How about you?
I am fantastic. I went and saw an AC/DC cover band, all female, and it
Ooh.
was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, they were called Shoot to Thrill, and it was fantastic.
Man.
But
Awesome.
enough of that.
No, that's
Let's
good.
get some.
That's so
It was great.
An
Yes.
all-female AC/DC band really missed the mark by not naming themselves a whole lot of Rosie.
Well, none of them were 42, 39, 56.
Did they shake you all night long?
A gentleman never tells. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some business to get out of the way here, so that'll give you plenty of time to squeeze down into your easy chair, get 13 stone, and get ready to do some awesome stuff. Go ahead and head over to our website, thecodexstation.com, for all your Codex needs. Get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Yeah, absolutely awesome. It's updated constantly, so always check there for new information. We are also on all the socials. You can go ahead and hit us up at the Codex Station. Just type that neat little thing in on your smartphone or your desktop computer. Dan, they got to do something when they get to those sites. What would that be?
You got to click like or on whatever post you see. Depending on the site, you got to hit follow or subscribe, depending on what it is. And, leave some comments, watch some videos. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see us do next. If it's comic character of the week, let us know what character you want to see us talk about. If it's after dark and there's a topic you think of, hey, leave a comment and say, hey, why don't you guys talk about this next week? We are here for you.
That is absolutely correct. And speaking of being here for you, Sal, you're here for us. But when you're not, where can people find you?
Well, I'm here for you guys all the time, anytime, 24 hours a day. But I also have my own channel on YouTube, and that's Sal's Comic Corner. So you can find me there, and you can also find me on Instagram as the Slab Guy 77. Not yet on Threads. We're still on the fence about Threads.
Getting there slowly but surely. Dan, when you are not here with Codex, you are on Instagram. Go ahead and let people know about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, just you guys have all heard the spiel. Check me out on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. Give me a follow. Give me some likes. Leave some comments. Let me know what you want to see me draw, what songs you want to hear me sing, whatever.
Fantastic.
I am here for you.
And last but not least, the birthday boy himself,
Thank you.
Uncle Gary. You are 59
59.
today. What an age. Sir, if you don't mind, let people know where they can find you when you are not here partying with Codex.
Thank you very much. And who wouldn't want to be here with Codex? During the week, during every day, I am on Facebook. You can see me under the name Opie Taylor. I'm part of the Comic Character of the Day site, which is how I got connected up with y'all. I'm posting covers every day. They're old school covers. Some of them are horror covers. I think today we had a pretty cool horror cover. I'm awesome. The one that's doing that. And I think like I said last week, greatest compliment I can get when somebody sees a cover and says, man, I have to have that. So, I love that, but I love especially using the old school covers. And, when a guy like Sal that's seen a lot of covers tells me, I've never seen that cover, that's pretty cool. So I'm there. And then I'm also a part owner of Comic Logic. We're the only comic store in Ashburn, Virginia. Only comic store in Loudoun County, Virginia, and we are in Ashburn, Virginia. So if you're in Northern Virginia, come see us. We got great staff that'll come and help you. We've got some nice books. And my other two co-owners, Rob Kalin and Mike Harbour, who's my best friend, we appear on the second and third Thursday of every month on a show that we shoot we do on Facebook Live from Comic Logic called Ye Grumpier Old Nerds. And the spelling that's scrolling there is how you would have to spell it. But it's just three old guys sitting around talking comics, sports, movies, pop culture, nonsense. So if that's up your alley, come, and it's sometimes it's sometimes we get a little not safe for not safe for prime time, but that's okay. That's what we do.
That's why we're in After Dark.
That's why putting me on After Dark
baby.
was the right place for me, baby.
There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again on Facebook.com/ye grumpier ol apostrophe nerds to find Uncle Gary on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Comic Logic is the logical place to go for comic books in Ashburn, Virginia.
Dan and I can attest. We've been there.
Yes.
There you go.
Loved having y'all there.
So we have got a hell of a show for you tonight, like all of After Dark. So we're going to be doing Comics of the Week right now. If you're watching this after we were live, go check out these other two segments that I'm about to tell you about. So Comics of the Week and Back Issue Gems, we'll dig into that here in just a second. But after that, Uncle Gary is going to give us some presents in the form of trivia questions, and we're going to see how good our comic knowledge is. That's going to be awesome, so stick around for that. And then after that, we've got Breaking the Code, which is all about nostalgia. But without further ado, Uncle Gary, since it is your birthday today, why don't you go ahead and get us started with this week's DC book?
It's your honor, Your Honor.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Us 59-year-olds have to go first because we may not make it through the night. All right. So the first...
Uncle Gary's asleep again.
No.
Uh-oh.
First thing, Night Terrors. I can't sleep because I might have night terrors. So we have the Night Terrors First Blood, regular cover, right? So
I love that A cover. That just looks amazing.
I do too. And, I had to get this cover with Jay Lee. I know his art is heavily stylized, but he's merging with Deadman there. I just thought that was so neat. So that's a Jay Lee cover. So that was the alternate there.
He is on my list of artists to not pick up.
Oh, you know what? I get it because I'm not one that likes a lot of the stylized stuff, but for some reason, I dig Jay Lee's stuff. So
his stuff from the 90s, I think, is a little more jagged and raw than what it is now. It's more polished, and I'm not a big fan of that. Like what he did for Namor and Hellshock and stuff like that. That was awesome, but most recent stuff, I'm not a big fan.
See, and I, somewhat like you, Tim, I've never liked this stuff even on Namor and stuff. I didn't like that stuff either. But to each their own. That's the great thing about this hobby is like somebody could have a favorite artist that someone else just doesn't like at all, and vice versa. And somehow Rob Liefeld still gets paid to make comics. So,
well, like I said, I usually don't like the heavy stylized stuff, but for some reason, and I like Jay Lee better as a cover artist than as an interior artist.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So there's some covers that are kind of cool, and his perspectives, I think are just weird enough that that I dig it. So, but again, I usually don't like the heavily stylized stuff, but something about that I like. I got the Night Terrors, the Joker cover. So Joker's nightmares to be running a call center, I guess. So
yeah, so he's perfectly sane. And doing a dated 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Oh my God, data entry.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy. So I got all.
Mad that they took his red stapler.
Yes, they took his red stapler. The Ravager book.
Ooh,
so
that looks good.
I've not read that. I got the Poison Ivy book.
Yeah.
There, one of the alternate covers I didn't get, which I guess reflected their nightmare, was a 50s couple of Ivy and Harley, in marital bliss that I guess is their nightmare. So
wow.
Yeah. I really dig this cover, the Black Adam.
That's cool.
Cover. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Let me ask you this real quick. Do you like the fact that they're leaning more into Black Adam as an anti-hero, or do you want him to go back straight as a villain?
I kind of like the anti-hero, and I think the main reason is I really enjoyed how they used him in JSA during Jeff Johns' run. I thought that was really good, and I like the ambiguity. For his people, he's a hero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Kandak, he's a hero. So I like it when things are not so black and white, where there's some gray there. I think it adds more to the story, than to have him just be a straight up villain.
Right on. Okay, that makes sense. Not complete Iron Fist ruler like Doctor Doom, but
Right.
gray area justification for why he rules his country the way he does.
Oh, exactly. And
Yeah.
there's still plenty of room for conflict with other heroes
Yeah.
when he does that, you know. I mean, for a
Nice.
while, Aquaman was like that under the Peter David
Yeah.
run. The way he was running Atlantis, he had several run-ins with the JLA, and he was saying, "Hey, you stay up there."
There.
Yeah, I kind of look at Black Adam as almost like DC's version of Namor. Like, yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
he'll be on the Avengers, and sometimes he'll be on the Masters of Evil, and he's going to go by what he wants to do for what's his best for his people, not necessarily for the whole world.
Right.
Dan, that is an excellent correlation. Excellent. Absolutely, 100%.
Nice.
I'm with you. They kind of resemble each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The Night Terror's Batman book.
Ooh.
So I haven't read that. I read the first Night Terror book, the main book, and I'm interested in it. We'll see. I knew who the villain was because I'm a longtime JLA guy. So it's interesting. He hasn't been used in a while, so it's interesting to see him. All right, here's the John Kent Adventures of Superman.
Ooh.
I really have liked this book a lot. He's on the Injustice world, from
Really?
the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting to see him dealing with that world. So, God, I can't wait to read this. The Peacemaker Tries Hard.
Oh my God.
This has just been
God.
funny. It's just been a great book. If you like mayhem, that's your book. Now, this one really is a facsimile. My Greatest Adventure, 80. We know what the big deal on this book is.
First Doom Patrol.
It is the first Doom Patrol. And you know what? You can't have them all. I don't have the first Doom Patrol. So,
But you got that.
I do have that, right? So,
And there you go.
It was just never a book that I felt like spending out there to get.
Yeah.
But it maybe one day I will. It's just there's been other fish for me to land.
Fair enough.
Yep.
You don't have to catch the biggest one all the time. Sometimes.
And I got a lot of big fish on my on my wall mounted.
You got a lot of wall mounts.
I've been enjoying the new. There wasn't an issue this week, but I've been enjoying the current Doom Patrol miniseries.
I have too.
And I'm like you. Like, I've never read a ton of Doom Patrol, just a little bit here and there.
You know what? I have quite a few of their issues. I just don't have the ones that were in My Greatest Adventure.
Yeah.
So, but I have most of the other iterations of them.
Is that all you have for?
That's all my DC. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, Dan, go ahead and continue this awesome run of DC Comics with what you got this week.
All right. Well, it's going to be pretty short. Short on cash this week, so I wasn't able to get my whole pull. So I just got 2 books, and I'll just show them real quick because Uncle Gary already had them. Night Terror's First Blood.
Nice.
Cover I think it's Howard Porter, who is had some awesome stuff on Flash and Justice League. And then the one I was really looking forward to, Night Terror's Ravager. I loved Ravager from the Teen Titans days, so I was anxious to get this. The artwork looks pretty good. I think there's a new character that's introduced in it.
Nice.
I've got the Batman one in my box, so I'll pick that up probably next week. The Joker one I didn't realize came out this week. I didn't see that on the shelf at our shop that I go to, so I guess it's sold out. I'll have to keep an eye out for that one, but that's all I got for DC this week.
Dan, let me know if there's not one there, and I'll see if we have another copy.
Okay, yeah, I will. I'll be going back on probably Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Let me know.
Oh well.
Sal, why don't you go ahead and move to the next car on the train?
Yeah. So let me grab my DC books here. So I am like probably a week behind you guys because I did not get to the shop this week. So this is my Heroes Corner Comics pool for DC. So I have what is this one? The DC Pride one, Detective Comics 1073.
Oh wow.
Well, pretty cover.
Renee Montoya and Batwoman. I love her as the Question. Hands down, I think she is a great successor to the character.
Okay,
The
there's
original one's
another.
still kicking around.
Do
too.
what?
What's that?
The original question's still kicking around.
I thought he
Yeah.
died.
Like he died, but they brought him back because it's comics and nobody stays dead except for Uncle Ben and Captain Marvel
And Gwen Stacy.
and Gwen
Well,
Stacy.
yeah.
Well,
In 616, anyways. Anyways, come on.
All right, so we got another 1073 Batman just taking a leisurely dive there.
Pull it
Showing
back.
a little buttocks.
It's the swimsuit issue.
This one's issue.
I heard they're doing a swimsuit issue again. That Marvel is.
So we got another 1073. I like this variant cover.
Hey, Sal,
Kelly Jones.
pull it back just a hair. Back towards it. There you go.
Good.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
This is another 1073 variant cover.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
like
nice.
that.
Cool.
Is that Man
That's very
Bat?
nice. I think it is. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
All right. And then, of course, I've got the is this the 1073 the A cover.
Yep.
As always, the A cover detectives are phenomenal. I love that art style. It looks really good.
So I've got my Flash 800.
Ooh,
Oh, the movie one.
that is sharp.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my GL number 2.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that's cool.
For the Night Terrors book, Uncle Gary, Kevin, our very own Archduke Kevy, says Poison Ivy was the best Night Terrors issue so far.
Oh, well, you look forward to reading it. Hadn't got there yet.
Awesome. I'm gonna pick up those Night Terrors, man. I looked at those books; look great.
Is that
that's
all
what I
you
have
got
for
for
DC.
DC? Oh, okay.
That's all I got for DC.
I am going to. I've got a couple of the Night Terrors, not very many, but I'd like to get more than what I have right now. But let me go ahead and show you what I got. I got Green Arrow number 3. This is the B cover. We didn't have the A cover at the shop I work at, My Guys Comics in Clinton, Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. But the B cover I think is phenomenal.
Oh,
It's great.
Love it.
Yeah.
Black Canary doing her thing with her number 1 fan right there behind her. Absolutely gorgeous. Next, we have my copy of Night Terrors Poison Ivy. And Uncle Gary, to dive into this a little bit more, look at just how horrific
Mm-hmm.
this is. That has me intrigued more than anything else. And the things coming out of the people's heads and all that stuff. Man, this is going to be wild.
All the flowers have Ivy's face in them too.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Next, we have Steelworks number 2. This is written by Michael Dorn. You guys would know him as Worf in Star Trek. Issue 2. Haven't read issue 1 yet, but it's on my list.
I
Is
have.
it good?
Yeah, it's a good start.
Nice. Perfect. So issue 2 right here looks fantastic. And I got the B cover, which I think looks even better.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
nice.
I like that. That's a nice book to display right there.
That's a nice book to display.
Yeah. Then, like Uncle Gary and Dan, I have Night Terrors First Blood, number 1. Can't wait to dive into this. And that is it for DC. So, Uncle Gary, do you have Independence this week?
It was July 4th. Of course I have Independence.
Then let's go ahead and show how free we are by showing our independence for this week.
You know how free we are? We're so free that the first issue is Dominatrix.
Oh,
It is After Dark, right?
it
is After Dark.
absolutely is.
You want me to hold
Wow.
it? You look up. Oh, yeah. Dominatrix by Gene Simmons, Jim Balint cover. So,
Gotta leave
Yeah.
some stuff to the imagination.
yeah, you do. Very
How
little.
much?
Hairball, number 4.
Ooh.
Hairball.
Little demonic little cat. It's kind of evil.
Oh,
His little eye, one of them is sideways, which is kind of
Wow.
a tale that there's something's wrong with this cat.
So
So
that's issue 2.
Issue 4.
Issue 4. Is it a good series so far?
It's interesting. Let me say that. So we'll see how
Okay.
4. It's disturbing a little bit. Let's see how 4 shakes out.
Okay.
Before but I'm intrigued. Bought all them. I don't know. Have y'all gotten any of the Gun Honey books?
No.
by Hardcase. I'm a fan of the noir stuff. So this is in there. Heat Seeker.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, wow. Wow, that's right, Bubba.
Moms and dads,
Hello.
cover those eyes. Cover your kids' eyes right now. If they're watching this in the
That's
middle
what
of the
Seduction
afternoon
of
on
the
a
Innocent
Saturday.
warned us about.
That's
Yep.
right. I'll have to show you all boys one day. I have I've got a first print of Seduction of the Innocent. So
Wow.
there's an interesting book. This is the other cover for Heat Seeker that I wouldn't be allowed to show anyway. So there's nudity involved.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
On After Dark.
After
Yeah.
Dark. All right. Here's a cover again by a fellow y'all don't care for. This is a Jay Lee cover of King Kong: The Great War.
See,
That
now
looks
that,
cool, though.
yeah,
That
that
That cover's okay. I like that
it.
cover.
Yep, this is the A cover. I haven't read this one. This is issue 2, but I enjoyed the first issue. I really did. So who doesn't like some big monkeys? Now I have an odd book. I don't know if any of y'all picked this up, but I've read the first issue and man, I dig it. Barnstormers.
I saw that at my shop today, and I have a friend. His name's Keith. He was talking about it, and he said that it was pretty awesome, and I just haven't picked it up.
It's a period piece. It's dealing with in 1927 when barnstorming was a thing. Guys would go from town to town, pilots, and try to make money. And it's just an interesting set of circumstance that starts off with this.
Right.
So it's kind of lets you know that things are happening in the future, and it's starting to tell you how these things unfolded. Through a series of circumstances and events. But I liked it. I liked it a lot.
So they had a bunch of copies on the shelf at my shop, and I was looking at it, and I was like, the artwork looks pretty good. My dad's a pilot, so, I have a little bit of affinity for that. But, it was just like, I don't have the extra money to spare for it. But they had a ton of copies, so, maybe next. Is it an ongoing or a mini?
Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's a mini. Yeah, it's going to be a mini as far as I know. And I will tell you this, it's not superhero fare. At this point, it doesn't look like it's horror. It looks like it's, maybe a bit of a caper book or a crime book,
like a suspense adventure kind of thing.
Suspense adventure. There you go, Tim.
In the vein of Indiana Jones.
There you go. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it. Things aren't exactly the way they seem with some of the people. Yeah. So we're going to see how it unfolds. But I love the art. I love the story. I like period pieces, man. I like telling, a tale for me does not have to have a superhero in it, or science fiction or anything like that. Tell me a story. That's all I want. I want to give me a good story, man.
Right on. Is that all you got for Independence this week?
Just sweet finish.
Right. Dan, what about you? Any Independence?
Yeah, I got 2.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
So I've got this Blood Tree issue 6.
Ooh, that's cool.
Which I believe is the final issue. It's been the story and the covers have been really good. I haven't really dug the interior art so much, but like I said, I really like the story of it. It's a true, not a true crime, but it's like a horror crime kind of thing. Kind of to me, kind of in the vein of a Silence of the Lambs type of psychological, like not exactly that type of thing, but in that vein of like horror thriller, cops chasing
like a psychological thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think it would make an awesome movie.
Down today.
And then the other one I got is from Boom Studios, Grimm issue 11.
Right on.
Which has been a book that I've really been digging since it came out.
Nice. Sal, do you have any Independence this week? I know you're having some mic issues, but they always go away when your beautiful voice starts talking. No? Oh, he's out. So while he's doing that,
I just ditched the mic. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you just fine.
I ditched the mic because I was actually hearing the feedback on Dan's computer when I was, not talking.
Oh, wow. Well, that's what After Dark is for, ladies and gentlemen. You never know what's going to happen. But you know what is going to happen? Sal's going to show some awesome independent books.
That's right. So I've got 2. And one is actually a joke book. I'll have to give you a backstory with it. But the first one off is Vanish number 8.
Ooh.
And I have not read this yet. So
very nice. I know you and Jamie talk about that often.
Yep. And World Tree issue number 4.
How is the series so far?
Here's the backstory with this. I never collected World Tree. I haven't collected a single issue. When I got my pool from Heroes Corner, I got 2 boxes. One was a regular size box, and then another one was a bigger size box. And I was like thinking to myself, did I get a slab? And I'm holding the box, and it's like seriously light. And I'm like, what's going on with this one? So the joke box was there was that one World Tree book in a box inside another box filled with packing peanuts.
Oh my
And I open it up, it's like packing peanuts are like, oh my god. So,
Louis,
so
amazing.
if you see my Heroes Corner unboxing video, you'll see me talk about it and give them crap about it. But I think what happened was because they were in the process of doing a move.
Yeah.
And I think they just didn't want to have the box to move or something like that. Like, let's just install a bunch of peanuts,
So they sent it to you. Here, Sal, we don't want this anymore. Go ahead and take it.
Take care of this for us.
Oh,
have you seen the pranks? Have you seen the pranks sometimes where they'll fill like a NFL player's car up with peanuts? That they'll put all the peanuts in his car, totally filled up. When he opens the door, they just all come out.
Oh wow.
Yep. So that's all I have for Independence, and these are Marvel.
All right. I've only got one independent this week, but it's an A and a B cover. So Spawn number 343. I'm glad I got back into Spawn. It's a slow read, but it's a book I look forward to every month, and the covers are gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I love them. This is the A cover. It looks absolutely fantastic, and the B cover looks really good. This is definitely display worthy.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a cool cover.
That is a gorgeous cover. As soon as I saw that, I was like, man, I am so glad I'm getting a hold of that.
Yeah, that is a display book. That's a book that will look good showing.
Yeah, 110%. All right, so let's go ahead and get some Marvel issues out of the way. But before we do that, Kevin has something to say about World Tree, and he even typed it out right. World Tree has been very intriguing. I've been enjoying it. Kevin, how could you type it out like that? You just had eye surgery.
Wow.
Well, it's a he got some homeless person's eyes, so he's all better now.
Oh man, that's wrong.
No, it wasn't eye surgery he got. It was something else this time.
Oh my
God.
Uncle Gary, please do us the pleasure of showing off your Marvel books for the week.
All right, I got the regular cover of X-Men 24.
Nice.
Right there. And I got the variant, the Mark Brooks cover box variant.
Ooh. I love me some Phoenix.
Yes,
that's a gorgeous cover.
That is a gorgeous cover. I told you I collect redheads. So, when you marry one, if you want to live dangerously, marry a redhead. If you want to live even more dangerously, marry a redheaded hairdresser. Yeah. And it's worth every minute of it, baby. All right. You got to have big shoulders to take on that kind of responsibility.
There you go.
There you go. I got the Thor annual.
Nice.
Okay, regular cover. And I love me some George Perez. I got the George Perez
nice
variant on that Thor annual. So
that is nice.
There's just never enough George Perez in the world. So got that.
And that they're putting out those covers of archived artwork is so fantastic.
And I'm going to get everyone there is. So
yeah.
I mean, I meeting Perez was a highlight. Here's the new Spider-Man. This is a Spider-Man title that Tim doesn't bitch about. So that's,
right, because I'm not reading it.
You should read it.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely better than that other crap. So
who's writing that? Is it Dan Slott?
Yeah, Dan Slott still.
That's a maybe.
And forget about who's writing. Who the hell's drawing it, Tim?
That would be Mark Bagley, the greatest Spider-Man artist ever. But if you put chocolate chips on gold-covered shit, it's still shit.
But it's got gold chocolate chips.
Well, that is true.
All right. I think we can all get into this artist. This is the
Yes.
Ross cover of FF, FF9.
Nice.
God,
He
he's so
is
good.
owning those covers.
Dude, he's, again, Ross on my Mount Rushmore, as is Perez,
I
as
think
is
his,
Wrightson.
I think his whole
As is
career
Mohan.
was leading up to the Fantastic Four covers because he
Well,
is cosmic everything on those.
Well, look, Ross does no wrong. I mean, he is
Yeah.
the man. The new Daredevil.
Yeah.
You know, and I know we're coming to the end of Zdarsky's run, I think,
Right.
but this has been a great book.
Yeah.
Just a really good book. And this book is just fun, just stupid fun. Clobbering time.
Nice.
You know, gotta have some clobbering time.
Looks good.
Yep. Another Perez cover that is absolutely gorgeous. The Captain Marvels.
Oh yeah.
That's a great one.
Isn't that fantastic? That is just let me get closer. Just beautiful.
Wow.
So,
that has that old nostalgic feel to it.
nostalgic. God, that sounds like it's just something in the ether that, nostalgia's in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? So, and then I got a trio of Captain America celebrations for $7.50. So there's the regular cover. I like, I love the Captain America logo and how $7.50 is red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
So very appropriate to come out this week, right? How about the man George Perez again?
Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice?
See, I'd slab that one.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good looking book. And then also for a to celebrate Captain America, it's 4th of July, Captain America $7.50. The facsimile of Captain America 100.
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah,
That's for you, Dan. Dan, that one's for you, baby.
I love it.
Yeah.
Every week, ladies and gentlemen, we take a stroll down comic history with awesome books like that.
Facsimile.
Sal, pretty good looking book, right?
Oh yeah, very good. I'd slab it in a heartbeat.
Yep, I know you would. You didn't get to see this one in person. It's waiting for you, buddy.
Oh my god.
I think I won't be able to get it if Dan gets his hands on it first.
Well,
is that all you got for
that's it for
Marvel? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dan, I know you can't live up to that facsimile Captain America, but by all means, show us what you have for Marvel this week.
I got all the books I got were ones that Gary got. So yeah, Daredevil 13, like he said, since Chip Zdarsky's first issue, it has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll kind of say I don't really understand why they had him do the last Daredevil series for them just to end it and then have him start it again at a number 1 just to do it for like 14, 15, whatever, how many issues it's going to be, and then cancel it and start again, considering this is a continuation of the story he was doing there.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, it's been so good. Also Fantastic Four number 9.
Very nice.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't have those yet.
It's great Fantastic Four cover. And he did that awesome Fantastic Four graphic novel that came out like a year or so ago.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
The artwork in it was like nothing that he has done before, and it is absolutely gorgeous.
I've got it on my bookshelf.
Yeah, the story was a lot of fun.
The story was great. It was like an old school comic story.
Yeah, it was a great old school Fantastic Four story. Yeah, Spider-Man number 10.
Yep.
Which, like I said, Tim, this one you should be reading. I stopped reading Spider-Man after one more day, and outside of the occasional out of continuity miniseries here and there, I haven't read it until the first issue of this book came out, and I've really been digging this series with Dan Slott. Mark Bagley's been doing the art on it, so
nice. Well, all right, but between you and Uncle Gary,
this is the Spider-Man that you're not getting an Amazing Spider-Man. This is the one that you would like and want to read. I'm telling you, pick it up.
Between you and Uncle Gary, you got me sold. I'll when I go into the shop next week, I'll get what's on the stand.
Yeah, the only one that should be an issue that you might have a problem finding is issue 7 because it was the first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you can, like Jamie, you can hit me up if you need a copy.
I don't know, Sal. How many extra copies do you have? I'll hit you both up.
I did the 5-pack on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the 5-pack of the first print and the 5-pack of the second print, and then the
Wow.
5-pack of the third print.
Oh my God.
Which I haven't.
I didn't go that
yet.
far. I didn't go
And
that
then
far.
also, since Captain America is my favorite character, I've of course had to get 750. I have the A cover that's in my box that I'll pick up hopefully this week. But between the two, I had to pick up the Perez variant because he's on my Mount Rushmore for creators and doing my favorite character. So, yeah, this is the final issue. Both Cap books are ending, and they're going to be starting a new one. I think there's one more finale book to come out to wrap up the current storyline, and then they're starting a new Cap book in a few months that J. Michael Straczynski is going to be writing. So,
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's it. That's what I got
for
from Marvel this week.
Okay, Sal, what about you? What do you got for Marvel?
I got a lot for Marvel.
You want me to go? I don't have very many.
God,
yeah,
damn.
you go.
I only have the one, so I'll show that, and then
And those are all variants of one issue of Venom.
Yeah, that's all the world tree that he got. Daredevil number 13, like you guys, we talked about this on Daredevil, the episode for Comic Character of the Week. Zdarsky, all of us agreed, was doing a fantastic job. I'm going to be sad to see him go, but I'm excited to see what the next iteration of Daredevil is going to be. I'm not expecting it to live up to Zdarsky because that's a hard act to follow. But yeah, I'm excited for new beginnings. But this is on my short list to read first, and I got the C cover, which absolutely looks amazing. Take a look at this, guys.
Oh, look at that! Nice.
That's awesome. I didn't see that one.
That is a great cover. I love this.
Stick it on the wall.
It's happening. Yeah, that's done. But that's what I. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you know what I think they almost have to do with the next run is because this one has been so epic. Is remember when Mark Waid did his run where it was like, you know, more lighthearted.
Yeah.
It was after years and years of like Ed Brubaker and Kevin Smith and Brian Michael Bendis, who all had amazing runs, but they were all like really dark in tone, really serious.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, here's Mark Waid, and the character's just gonna be fun for a little while. I almost feel like that's what they need to do with Zdarsky
and the transition for that too, when they transitioned at the end of the dark and brooding Daredevil into Mark Waid coming in, it was just so seamless. It was awesome. But seamlessly transitioning to the beautiful Sal, show us that hefty stack of Marvel.
Hefty stack it is. So up to echo your guys' thoughts. I caught up on Daredevil really quick for the show that we did, and oh my god, that was amazing stuff. So definitely got to pick that up.
Yeah.
Right, let's start off here. We got Alien number 3.
Beautiful.
And it has good covers, decent art, but the story is kind of meh. So this may fall off the list. So you know.
I find it interesting they're putting those 20th Century Fox logos on the covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Alien's not written by friend of the shop, Philip Kennedy Johnson anymore either. The first 2 arcs were, and they were great.
Those were, yes, indeed.
Yep.
All right, so we got to move on to Tim's favorite, Amazing Spider-Man 27.
You know how much
McGinnis artwork is what's saving that book right now.
And actually, I do not enjoy the artwork in that one. I really don't.
McGinnis is so good. Why is he not doing the covers? I mean,
I don't know.
That blows my mind.
All right, here's one variant I think we all could get behind.
Oh, hello.
Yep.
Hello,
and
nurse.
In front of, and on the side.
You can send that my way, Sal, as a early Father's Day gift for next year.
Certainly. So this was it's also Amazing Spider-Man. This is the Stormbreaker's She-Hulk variant.
Right, because she's not an Amazing Spider-Man at all.
Which should be a variant for She-Hulk.
Why?
Yeah.
That makes too much sense.
Yeah, they haven't made any good decisions on Spider-Man. Why would they start now?
I feel like they're just there with a dartboard and they're like, all right, we got this She-Hulk cover. What book are we going to put it at? And they just blindly throw a dart. Okay, it hit Spider-Man. It's going to be Spidey.
Yep.
Amazing it is. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Wonderful.
All right, so we got Carnage number 13.
Ooh, very nice. Is that Electro?
It's a female Electro.
Oh.
Ooh.
Electra?
Electra. No.
Fying?
So we have Carnage Reigns. 14.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Yep. This is the Carnage Reigns parts 5 of 7 on that one.
That cover shows it is literally raining carnage.
Yep.
Does
And then we
Carnage
have-
reigns mainly on the plains in Spain?
Only. All right. Then we have the Carnage Reigns, the Omega.
There's no rain on that cover. I feel misled.
Yeah, I know. Well, how about this one? How about this cover?
Oh, beautiful.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Do you feel any rain on that? Bringing the pain. He's bringing the
I
pain.
feel the pain in the rain
All right.
is kind of a gain.
All right.
I don't know.
How about
Nice.
this? How about this cover?
Oh, look at that.
Now that's cool.
That is God.
That's a cool one.
That is the Miles Morales Iron Spider suit.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. That's
Yeah.
correct. Okay, and then next up is Carnage Cult of Misery.
Ooh. All of
And
these books that Sal is getting and showing us right now come from
Ooh.
heroescomics.com.
I like that too.
Right. Yep. It
Love
almost looks like an Alex Ross cover, to tell you the truth, the way it's drawn, but
Yeah.
all right. This one, okay, this next one here, as soon as I got it, since I saw this cover, I was like, this guy's moving to the top of the to-be slab list.
Oh,
And it's Darth Vader, black, white, and red.
Yes.
Nice.
I mean,
that's a cool.
that's
cover.
just a cool cover with it, but the black and the shadow coming through. And of course, we got the variant to that.
Oh, that's good too.
I love the Empire design
Yep.
around him.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, we got Hallows Eve number 4.
So is that the last issue
No, I
in
think
the series,
it
or
goes
is
to
it going to
5.
continue?
I think it goes to
Okay.
5. I think it goes to 5.
It's an ongoing series, isn't it?
No, it's a mini. It's a mini.
Oh, because I saw some like ad for the collected volume for when they finished the first one, and it said like collecting the first story arc or something like that. So I thought it was an ongoing.
I thought
Could be
Louis from Heroes Corner said it was a mini last time we talked about it.
Okay,
Well, I could be wrong.
I'm probably wrong then.
It's all right. We'll figure. We'll find out. We'll find
Yeah.
out after next issue. All right.
There you go.
So then we got Hellcat.
Yes.
I have not gotten the new issue for that yet.
Okay. So I think this is definitely a mini, and I believe
Yes.
she is gotten some demonic powers with that.
The story is good. Any Sleepwalker fans,
Yeah.
he is in there.
I like the story, the art. I'm struggling with the art a little bit, but I like the
too.
story a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With the artwork, do you like the way she's drawn? Certain time in certain panels she looks one way, and then in other panels she looks kind of bloated. Does
Yeah.
anybody else notice that?
It's not consistent art. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've noticed that with some of her covers too, because I was perusing some slabs of Hellcat, and it was just weird the way she was sitting. It was like almost looking like a cool cover. I was like, oh, and then I'm looking at it more, going, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So all right. So next up is Scarlet Witch Annual number 1.
Ooh, right
Nice.
on. It looks like a Moon Knight back there.
It does. It
Mhm.
does.
Yeah.
Okay. And then of course we got a variant for that,
Oh, that's
That variant, so good.
and of course we got a variant for that,
Oh wow, that's a good cover.
Equally as good. Yeah.
and of course we got another variant for that.
There's the Perez one.
God almighty.
Yep.
That's awesome. Classic.
I
Scarlet
like
Witch
this.
right
I
there.
do like this one. I do like that one.
I do
Yeah.
too.
All right. So then we got Silk number 2,
Very nice.
and of course we got a variant for that.
Like an old movie
Yeah.
poster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Old Western. That's awesome.
And then I got a Predator number 4, which, by the way, is a wicked story. It really is. You have to
Yeah.
check this out.
Nice.
All right. Let's get on to the Venom issue number 21.
Right on.
Yes, he's got a couple of arms there. There's this issue. I've read this one that takes place. He actually battles Toxin. I'm not going to tell you the result of
Ooh.
that one, but that was a pretty good exterior battle and then a mental battle because he connects with the symbiote itself, and they have like a mental face off as well.
Nice.
So here's the Stormbreakers variant for Venom,
Well-
because the Swordsman is actually
Yes.
very consistent on the Venom title. She shows up there all the time, so yes, he should have his own cover.
Oh yeah, there's a character that's been popping up so much in Marvel Comics recently.
We got the Extreme Venomverse number
Look
1.
at that. That is heavy inspired by McFarlane, right?
That is, yep, that is. Wow, why is this one number 3? That's weird. So I got Extreme Venomverse number 3.
Dan, I want you to get your marker ready for when we see multiple covers of A for Venom coming up.
Well,
He's not gonna show him now. Watch.
You can put your marker down because now we have Wolverine.
There you go.
Which
great cover though.
Which is actually a really cool story, and Beast like meets him for like dinner, but he's beating him virtually, and Wolverine's just sitting there with the claws out at dinner time. He's like, I just want to ram these into you. So we have
ahead.
We have X-Men Red number 12.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the funny things with that is at that dinner, he's saying that, and Beast is like, I'm just coming to you professionally. I'm just, trying to expand everything and really defend the island of Kuroka and stuff like that. And Wolverine's just like, shut up, just shut up,
Right.
And we have X-Force number 41. Like we have the fastball special with the new Wolverine there.
Yep.
Very nice.
So has Colossus, I guess, are they actually using him again? Because it seemed like the beginning of this whole Krakoa age of X-Men that he was just kind of pushed to the side.
Yeah, he was pushed most of to the side. I believe he's more factor in X-Force. I picked this one up because of the cover, so I'll read it and let you know how much of a player he is. And I picked this one up. This is Before the Fall of the Mutants, Herald of Apocalypse. The Heralds of Apocalypse.
I have not heard much about that, but I know he's turning good, or at least attempting to
be. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my Marvel stack.
All right.
Nice.
Now let's go ahead and get into some back issues. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and get the sponsor for this week's episode to you guys. That would be W Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and head over to w.gg so you can save 10% on your order using keyword code -X at checkout. And also during Sal's massive run of Marvel books there, you can get those at the same place he got them, and that's heroescornercomics.com. Use keyword CODEX, no hyphen, at checkout to save 20% on your order.
Indeed.
Okay, so back issues. I've got a stack here. If you guys don't mind, I'll let Uncle Gary go first because it's his birthday. But Uncle Gary, the super big, awesome stuff, is that what you have to show right now?
No, I have some back issues I got this week.
Perfect.
So,
all right, let's go ahead and
save
do
the others
that.
for later. Okay.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Some more facsimiles, I guess.
Yes.
Well, those are for later. These are some issues I actually did get this week. I got Adventure Comics 340, and this is another Legion book I needed. So we went to Front Royal this week, and I went to a comic shop there, Page Master Comics, and I got this there. I know I'm fighting a glare, but this book is in really great shape.
No, that's perfect.
And this is where this is the issue where Triplicate Girl became Duo Damsel because computer killed one of herself.
Oh,
so she becomes Duo Damsel after this issue.
You are a big Legion of Superheroes.
Love the Legion. I'm working on. I want to have all their appearances, so I'm working on that. I'm probably 30 away from having them all, so working on it.
Well, that one issue that you showed in the Emporium episode had like 7 first appearances, right?
It sure did. It sure did.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and that was Jim Shooter's first work.
Yep.
Sergeant Rock, 202. Just another great
cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
End of Easy Company.
There we go.
No, you're perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Well, the end of Easy. So just another great Sergeant Rock cover.
I don't believe that cover though.
No. Well, according according to the mythos of Rock, he's the last casualty of the Eastern Theater of World War II. You know, he's killed with the last bullet in the Eastern Theater. Though, you know, that goes against the continuity of the Brave and the Bold issues that had him in the Bob Haney, Jim Aparo run, which is different. But Kanigher always wanted him, the creator always wanted him to be the last, you know, casualty. So I also got Sergeant Rock 350. I have this book, but this was a stellar copy. And it's a book, you know, that I just had to have a beautiful copy of. And that's cool. So I want to say, the Americans think a snowman will stop us. Smash it down. So Rock is standing behind a snowman. So
what is the cover price on that? 50 cents.
It's 50 cents. 50 cents. So this thing is a beauty. Like I said, I'm fighting that glare, but
no, you're good right there, buddy.
Okay, there we go.
The artwork during comics are modern masterpieces.
Yeah,
they just look so gorgeous.
Oh, I agree. Well, Kubert's the man anyway. And it says Home for Christmas. So when I show Christmas themed books, that'll be there. So I went. So there, that was in Front Royal, and then I also went, and they had more, you know, older books. But I went to a book that's kind of like what Comic Logic is, that has more of the newer books, and the iteration of Ghost Rider before the one going on now was 7 issues. I missed issue 6, so I picked up issue 6 to complete that run. Tonight at Comic Logic, I bought a book that we had there that it's just so funny and weird to me. And it's Strange Adventures 167. And it says Gorko, the night creature. And they're walking out of a movie theater. It says, that was a fantastic picture. We're lucky Gorko is only a movie creature.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
But
those old science fiction horror.
Tim, I knew you would love this. It's just weird, right? I love the big marquee of the theater, you know, and they're coming out.
I love that stuff because that was at a time when the UFO craze was in the face of the country and everybody was terrified, and things like that just amplified it to 11.
Yeah, it's just a weird cover I just think it's cool. I just think it's really cool. So I also want to give a shout out. I got some back issues from a buddy of mine, Thomas Cellini, who showed up tonight. I didn't know he was going to come. He has a store in Warrenton, Virginia, and he has 2 stores at the beach in Delaware. And he made a trip down. He's going to be at the Schaff show in Annandale tomorrow. And for my birthday, he gave me a couple young romance books. So here's a young romance. It says, "You may look better than I am, darling, but I've got what it takes to get any man I want, including yours. And she can too. I know she can." So
wow.
Is that Ramita Senior work?
It doesn't look like it to me. Actually, to me, I have not checked it out, but it kind of looks like Don Heck to me a little bit in the faces.
Oh, okay.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, for just a little bit of backstory, a lot of those artists that were huge with the superhero stuff, and Uncle Gary, I know you can give way more history than I can, but they did those romance books too to help pay the bills.
Well,
and John Romita Sr. was a big one.
So look, you know, look at Romita's Spider-Man. He starts in 39 after Ditko leaves after issue 38. Yeah. The first several issues of Spider-Man, he tried to draw it in Ditko's style because he believed Ditko was coming back. When he realized that Ditko was not coming back, that he and Stan were going to be estranged, he started drawing more in his style. And Peter Parker got a lot better looking. You know, he got more handsome. He's the first one to see the full face of Mary Jane, the famous "You face it, Tiger, you hit the jackpot." So all the people in that book got prettier, except maybe Jonah. You know, maybe he didn't get prettier, but everybody else got prettier in that book. So, and definitely his style. Nick Cardy was another one that could do everything and did a lot of romance. So here's another one. This is Young Romance 146. And the fellow's saying, "So long, honey. You had me sold on that sweet innocent act until Joe here told me all about you."
Damn it, Joe. Way to go.
Joe blew it out of the water, man. Joe said exactly what, you know, told him what the goods were.
Joe, you big fat jerk.
Yep. And so Thomas Cellini, Comics and Gaming, thank you. And a couple weeks ago, do you remember me showing you the Amy Fisher true crime book?
Yes.
You know, that's just half the story, right? Because you
My
got to have the
God.
Joey Buttafuoco story.
Oh my God.
Finally, his story in
That's
his
crazy.
words.
The way Joey
Oh,
Buttafuoco's drawn on that cover, he kind of looks like a fat Lee Ving.
Yeah, well,
If anybody knows who Lee Ving is,
I don't know who Lee Ving is, but Joey Buttafuoco looks like a fat. I'm not gonna say the other word, but anyway. So
Lee
I guess
Ving was
we have to have a comic about his wife, that got shot in the back of the head and have her story. But anyway, I just think this is a great pairing with the Amy Fisher True Crime.
yeah.
Oh, my
So
Lord.
Thomas Cellini. Also want to give a quick shout out to two of my friends that my best friend that was there, and then my buddy Tim that I had talked to you about, Gary from Gary's Grails, that I said was going to help me film some stuff, and it's Gary's Grails at gmail.com, and he has a site where he goes on toy hunts and he finds action figures, and he bought this for me today, which was an armored
Ooh.
Batman
Ooh,
figure.
nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That is really cool. So Gary, I want to thank you, buddy. And he followed us on for Codex. So so I know Tim, you
Nice.
said you would put up the Gary's Grail sites, and he's got
Yeah.
damn near 1,000 followers, and he did a tour of here. He's a friend I've known for 20 years, and it's his most watched thing on YouTube. It's over 3,000 views. So
That's wonderful.
so it's kind of, but Gary Promise, great guy. Thank you, Gary. And then my best friend Mike Harbor bought me two things today. He bought me this Aquaman limited edition coin.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
cool.
Can you see that? And it's got a
Yeah.
back
Yes.
and authenticity. Looks like
Is that
eight,
silver?
8 out of 116. Yeah, it's silver. So
Wow.
So it's a one, and Aquaman being my favorite character. So
Man.
so it goes. He bought me another one last year. So this is a different one, but this is a different edition. But Mike, and then he also got me this mug that says "Smile." It's another friggin' souvenir fragging souvenir from the San Diego Comic Con 1992, and of course it's the main man
nice.
on there.
That's
Mike
awesome.
Harbor, my brother. I love you, buddy. I love you. I love you. I love you. So thank you, fellas.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Gary, that is fantastic for some back issue gems. And I know you got some other awesome
Now,
stuff.
this
to
is
show
stuff
here.
from the collection. This is recent.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sal, what about you? Do you have back issues this week?
I do not have any back issues this week. I'm not picking any up.
Okay. Dan, anything or no?
Yeah, I've got some stuff.
All right. Perfect. Go ahead and show yours. And then I've got a hefty stack I'd like to
All right, so
have you guys take a look at.
So this isn't stuff that I bought, Reese, because like I said, very short on cash right now. But I had the idea because it was Uncle Gary's birthday, and I was sitting around earlier, and I was like, he always talks about his Genesis book, Justice League of America 111, the one that was his first comic that he got. And, this is also, what was it, National Be a Kid Again Day. So it got me thinking, kind of in honor of Uncle Gary, because when we talked about what his Genesis book was, and I put out a question on Comic Character question of the day before, like, what was the first book you got? I don't remember what the first comic was that I bought or had. I even asked my dad not long ago, and I was like, hey, do you remember when I started reading comics? And even he's like, I don't remember. He's like, I just always remember you reading them. So it was sometime before I even turned 10. Just as a little kid, I always was. So I pulled out a stack of books that I have of ones that were kind of some of the first ones I got when I started reading. Not really new issues, but like whenever I would go, my dad owns and operates a World War II bomber. So we'd always fly all over the country to air shows, and would always be going through antique stores as he's looking for stuff. And as a little kid, I'm not interested in that, so I started digging through boxes of old comics and going to like comic shops all over the country and all this. So I thought, in honor of Uncle Gary's birthday, I'd show off some of the books that I remember getting, when I was a kid that really got me hooked on comics. And most of these are not significant books. They're just the ones that I remember the most when I think about the earliest comics that I bought. So,
Okay. What a birthday present, Uncle
Well,
Gary.
I know.
There you go.
I'm touched, and you know what? If it means something to you, it is significant.
Yeah.
It's significant because it's a cornerstone. It's like that JLA 111 that is beat to hell that I have. It's not worth a damn thing, but to me, it's invaluable because it's the cornerstone of my collection. So these things you have, they are very significant.
Yeah, so I really wish I remember what the first comic was, but like I said, even when I asked my dad, and he said, as long as I can remember, you've been reading comics. So I mean, I even remember. I know when I was in elementary school that I'd already been reading them. So
Dan came out of the womb with an issue of Aquaman in his hand.
you go.
one of them, we had a family friend, this family, the Ethels, and their son David read comics, and he was a big Flash fan. This was around the time that the John Wesley Shipp Flash show was on, so he got me into Flash, and I bought a lot of those. So I'll just show one of them, the final issue of his series. This is one of the ones I always kind of think about that. And then this one that I don't really see much around, this 50th anniversary Flash special that was about Jay Garrick and Barry Allen and Wally West. And then it also introduced a new Flash from the future named John Fox, not the former coach of the Panthers and the Broncos. But
That was a Kubrick cover.
yeah. I really remember buying a lot of I would get old Justice League books when I would find them in some of these shops. So the ones that I remember the most is, and I can't even remember the name of what the issue of this is because the issue number is torn off, but this is one I've had for a long time. It's very beat up from all the times that I read it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's 125. I'm going to guess that's 125.
And one thing you'll notice, I think, on a lot of these books is because I was a little kid and I didn't know anything about collecting runs or really storylines or anything. It was really just like, oh, this cover looks really cool. I got to grab that. So this 3-part Justice League story, these are not the original ones I had as a kid. I read them so much that they are no more. So these are better copies that I bought. This 195, 196.
Yeah,
and 197. I love the old Justice League JSA team ups, and this was my favorite of all of them. If you don't know, it was where when they were still on Earth 1 and Earth 2, and basically the Justice Society villains went after the League, and then the League villains went after the Society as a way to kind of take them out.
That Ultra Humanite cover is fantastic.
Yes, yes. This one is kind of a significant book. The X-Men 212.
Yeah, love it.
This was one. Now, this is not the original one I had because, again, it was before I knew how to take care of comics, and it just got read a lot and it got tore up. But this was a book that I got as a Christmas present one year when I was a little kid, and
nice.
And I didn't realize the significance of it at the time. But Spider-Man was one that was a big one for me. I used to get a lot of Amazing Spider-Mans, and these were the ones that I kind of remember most as being some of the first ones I got. So I got this 226.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
227.
The Return of the Black Cat.
Yeah. So that was when I remember. This 259.
Yeah, classic.
It's kind of like that Iron Man. 279 was another early one I got.
The whole Where is Spider-Man storyline.
Yeah, and this one I remember. 281 and 280 and 281.
Yeah.
I really dug these.
I love the 281 cover. That just looks awesome.
Yeah, and him going against the Sinister Syndicate, which I think is kind of why I always like them a little bit more than the Sinister Six, because again, these are some of the earlier ones that I had read.
Mom, look, it's the Sinister Syndicate. No, we've got the Syndicate at home.
And then this 283 one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Titania and Absorbing Man, right?
Yep.
287. Yeah. And again, like just just look at that cover. If you're digging through a back issue bin and you see that, you're like, I gotta buy that.
That's a great color. Great colors on that.
Yeah.
And Dan, that Justice League, I was one number off, is 124.
Wow.
This was another one. I never bought a ton of Hulk books, but this was one just like I saw the cover and I was like,
that is so cool.
Yeah, and it was, I guess, the Justice League, the Avengers and the Fantastic Four teamed up in the issue before to finally take him down.
Alas, they did not take him down.
Not permanently. These
they took him out to dinner, but not down.
Right.
These Action Comics 647 and 648. I remember being some of the first Superman ones that I got.
Nice.
Just like I said, the covers jump out at you, and not even realizing it was a 3-part story, which I still have yet to pick up the 3rd part of it. This old Teen Titans one here, which I was like, man.
Nick Cardy. That's a Nick Cardy cover.
It's a 15 center. That's good stuff.
These Avengers 134 and 135.
Yeah.
I always had an affinity for the Justice Society and the Invaders. I always, I said, it probably goes back to my dad, being this owner operator of a World War II bomber that, there was always World War II stuff, going on.
Nice.
This Vision and the Scarlet Witch. That's
a good series.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still 7 issues away. I've never really tried to complete them. These are just the ones I got when I was a kid. And again, it's you're just digging through boxes of old comics, like in an antique store or something, or like in a flea market at an air show, and you're like, oh, this looks pretty cool. I got $5. Let me buy a stack of these. And again, you're not even paying attention to, oh, this is part 2 of a 3-part story or anything. It's just like, oh,
the covers just look cool, and you're just
and you're just sitting there reading it, and you're like, all right, I don't really know what's going on before or after this, but I'm a little kid, and I dig like this Fantastic Four one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frankie Ray.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you win the bicycle?
I did not. Or this this Excalibur 32, 33, and 34.
Yeah.
Not even knowing anything about Excalibur, I was just like, that's kind of a different looking thing.
Yeah.
And I had these couple graphic novels. I did a short video on this one, which I guess will be up soon, but this is the well-worn book version of it, the X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Comic version they did of the Pride of the X-Men story, where you could see the Silverfish got to this one.
Wow.
But yeah,
the bane of every collection.
Yeah. All they did was take the stills of the animation and put it in a comic book form, but it's still awesome.
I've never seen that. That's a cool book.
Yeah. I don't remember where I picked this up. Like you said, it's just something that jumps out at me. And then the last 2 I got are these collected volumes. This Batman: A Death in the Family, which, as you could tell,
I used to have that exact thing.
As you could tell, this is well worn and well read over the years. The pages are a little bit yellowed because at some point I spilled orange juice on it.
Well, I mean, and they still use the regular comic book pages. In those. They were glossy pages.
Yeah. This is just regular, like.
Yeah.
That was the first time that story had been collected.
God,
yeah,
it's such a good story.
And this, I'm sure this would be, probably worth like $10 or $12 or something if it wasn't beat to hell. But I read this so many times. And then this other one that I said, our friend David Ethel, friend of the family, gave me. We were visiting them, and funny enough, he said Front Royal because that's where they live. We were visiting. Me and my dad were visiting them one time, and we were going to in his plane. We were going to fly back, and when I was there, he's showing me some of his comics, and he gives me this graphic novel or this collected volume to read on the flight on the way back. So that's how I first really got into X-Men with this
nice
the Dark Phoenix.
The whole Dark Phoenix saga?
It starts with, it's got this intro to it. So it starts with issue. I don't think it even has. See, this is when they they did.
Show the page.
Show the first page.
Child, so but it doesn't have the issue numbers that it says in it.
Oh yeah.
Tim, show the first page of the comic now.
So
This is the comic part.
So,
God spare the
Yep.
child.
yeah, it's not
Wow.
it's not the whole Dark Phoenix saga, because you know that like technically ran like 30 issues.
Yeah.
Is that the end of it where they end up on the moon?
Well,
stuff?
it started when they first introduced or like when they kind of first introduced the idea of Wingard, you know, kind of messing with her mind. And then
Nice.
the second part of this was the first appearance of Dazzler.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
That was right around the 133 mark. I want to say 132-ish.
So I read this on the flight back from
130.
Yeah, so I read this on the flight back from Front Royal to where we lived, and I read it, and it's got these cool, little chapter break, kind of pages.
So God's yeah, that's cool. God Spare the Child started with issue 129.
Wow.
That was the first time that had been collected. I have that volume on my shelf. So that was the first collected volume of the Dark Phoenix saga.
And it's got a 2 in the corner, so I guess that means it's a second print. But yeah, like I said, this was what kind of got me into the X-Men. This is my favorite.
Dan, that number 2 might signify like that is the second graphic novel they put out that year or something like that. I don't think that signifies printing.
Yeah, it might be because it doesn't say second print. Oh no, fourth printing. My fault. But even still, this was he just gave this to me. He's like, hey, check this out, read this, while you're flying back. And I was just sitting there in the airplane, sitting there in the co-pilot seat, just reading this, like, oh my God, wow, this is so good. And again, as a kid that didn't know about like long running books, this or that, didn't know really what was going on before this or anything, but it's like, man, this is so good. So kind of want.
Is that a Psychowitz cover?
No,
it looks like
I don't know whose signature that is.
Doesn't it have that kind of feel to it, guys? Like a
Psychowitz? It does. I can't tell you for sure who did that, but it does have that feel.
But again, it's just another one of those, like all these, that when I think back, to when I was a kid, these are some of the books that I read that like really got me into comics. And like I said, most of them aren't worth anything, but but they're the ones like when I'm flipping through, organizing books and having to put stuff away, like, and especially something like the Spider-Man ones or the Justice League ones, and I'm flipping through the box and I see those covers, it just takes me back to when I was a kid and, makes me remember. I didn't know anything about the Justice League. I didn't know anything about Justice Society or who all these characters were. I just remember getting these books and being like, man, this is a really cool story. Like, I really like this. Oh, this artwork looks really good. And, so while I don't remember, like, as Uncle Gary calls it, his Genesis book, these are some of the books that really are the ones, I guess you would say, like, captured my imagination and then led me to start getting, when I would go to the grocery store and find like the spinner rack that was in the magazine aisle and start picking up, new issues when it was like Spider-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers and Avengers and stuff. And then when I found out there was a comic shop in my neighborhood that only sold comics, I was like, what? And, that started me down the path.
That's wonderful. Dan, thank you for sharing that with us. That was amazing. We are kind of running a little short on time, so I will speed through my back issues, and Uncle Gary, you will finish us off with the epicness that you have waiting for us. Plus, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 more shows for you tonight, too. We got Breaking the Code and some trivia, so stick around for that. But, gentlemen, I want to show you the stuff that I got. So, as you all know, I am fast at work on trying to finish my Uncanny X-Men run. I got 2 more issues over the week. So now I am at an unbroken run from what is it? 165 to 544. So I got issue 191.
Oh, great. Another Vision. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. This is first Nimrod, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
So there's that. Very excited for that. And
That was
the
a
big
cool
one.
costume too.
Yeah, and it's great John Romita Jr. artwork too.
It is. Yep.
Yeah, this I think is when he was just starting to get at his peak before he went on Daredevil.
Yeah, that was a costume Colossus. Like I don't think had for very long, but it was a cool one.
Yeah, it was real short. This, however, I think is a milestone issue for Uncanny X-Men. This is issue 171, where Rogue joins the team.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
I love that tagline. Hope you survive the experience.
Yeah, so excited, very excited about that. Next, I have Superman Batman number 56. I think I am down to 18 issues to get the whole run. So this is just another one to add to that. Then we have it was a cool foil cover, so I had to pick it up. Supergirl number 34. This will probably get slabbed for my daughter.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is that Art Germ?
No, it is not. I don't know who it is who did the cover. It might be. I don't think it is, though. I'll have to look it up here shortly. But foil, nonetheless, looks amazing, looks awesome, and the classic Supergirl costume, too. And Crypto.
Right.
What issue number is that?
34. Yeah, I don't know who does the cover for that. While Sal is looking that up, here is my third copy now of Crisis on Infinite Earths number 8. This is the best copy I own, so this one is definitely getting put to slab.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
I picked that cover within the last week or so on the cover of the day.
Really nice. This is pinnacle comic history right here. This is stuff that had lasting effect for decades.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah. Next,
the deaths in the series, the changes that came from it.
Uncle Gary, this one's for you.
All right, brother.
When I got this today, I immediately thought of you. So this is now the second oldest Superman issue I own, and I believe it's from 1964. And this is Superman number 170.
Oh,
all right. That's the year I was born. So it is for me. There you go.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Very good. Thank you.
As soon as I saw it,
1970?
1964.
Oh, I thought you said 1970.
No, 64. Issue
170. Oh, I'm hearing things.
You weren't born in July, were you? Oh, that's right. You were. So even better. Amazing. I love the cover. Love the old classicness about this. This is a great imaginary novel if Luthor were Superman's father.
There you go. Who's your daddy?
That would be you.
Who's your daddy?
Or in this case, it's Lex Luthor. One more, and then Dan, I got a smack load of Justice League to show you.
Nice.
This is the Mark Jewelers variant for DC Comics Presents number 84, and it has amazing Jack Kirby artwork on the cover.
Oh, look at that. Challengers.
Nice.
Yeah.
DC did not let Kirby draw Superman that much.
But when he did, by God, it was right there in your face.
And the Challengers, who are the precursor to the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me just a second, gentlemen. My throat is a little parched.
Tim, that 34 Supergirl looks like the cover artist was Derek Chew.
Oh, Chew. Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
Very good.
Tim, I'm also working on, my Uncanny X-Men run. At some point after we do the 86 portrait cover bingo, we might have to do a X-Men bingo.
I am down with that. I am 100% down.
Sure.
And I'm working on my. Oh no, I'm done. Sorry.
You're already done. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't want. If we play with you, you'll win. You're like, yeah, I got all of it.
Dan, these issues are for you. So you were talking about before, like with Justice League, with the satellite years and stuff like that, the rotating members of the team.
Yeah.
Well, this is the self-titled that eventually turned into America and International. with Guy Gardner and things like that. So he
Yeah,
is
I'm almost complete. I
Is
almost
that
had
3?
a run of that when Giffen and
Yep.
the Matthews wrote it.
yeah. So this is issue number 3. Got that. Yeah, this is the earliest. No, I own issue 2. I don't own issue 1. So I've got 2, 3, and then there's a small break. But got that on the Rocket to Russia with the Justice League. Pretty
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, good
Great
stuff.
issue.
Then we have an awesome cover here. Issue number 5.
Oh yeah. Hold him
Yeah.
back. Hold him back.
Is this the one where he gets punched in the face by Batman?
It's coming up on it. I
Ah.
thought for one reason I wanted to say it was 7, but maybe it was 5. But yeah, the one punch is one of the greatest Justice League moments
yeah.
ever.
I hope it's in this issue. Then I'm excited to see that.
And I love Blue Beetle's reaction to it in the background where he's just bowling over, laughing, holding his
Ooh.
stomach. He's like, one punch.
Do you remember Black Canary's reaction? Do you remember Black Canary's reaction?
Dan.
I missed it.
So moving on, we have issue number 6, Possessed by the Power of the Gray Man.
That's a cool cover.
Great cover. Love it. Then we have, jumping all the way to issue number 26, Bug Hunt.
Yes.
Not too shabby.
Nice.
Uncle Gary with Marquise, and coming out of movie theaters, we have issue number
Oh, I know which one this is.
28. Don't be bashful, babe. This is our night to howl.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful cover.
Starring Guy Gardner and Ice Maiden. Wow. Then we do another big jump all the way to issue number 50, double-sized Martian Manhunter action going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too shabby. Moving right along, issue 51.
Oh, it's a great cover.
You guys got a problem back there or what?
Yeah.
No. This cover I like. I love the way that this looks. 52, The Fight of the Century.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, classic. Love it.
Classic boxing marquee.
Yes.
Or cover. Or poster.
Moving forward, we have issue number 53, start of a new storyline, breakdowns, part 1. Then we have, we're making the big jump all the way to 72. This is Destiny's Hand, part 1.
That
great cover.
Storyline.
Nice.
Great cover.
With Dan Jurgens when he took over the book.
Yeah, lots of classic Justice League characters here. Firestorm, Green Lantern, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Red Tornado, Hawkman, Black Canary, Green Arrow. Wow.
Good stuff.
Storyline.
Yeah.
That's good color.
Moving forward, we have issue number 73. Now, I dig this. This has most of the newer team when Wonder Woman was leading the team at this time. But take a look at Hawkman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is coming right for you. And I love it.
And it's keeping the shield motif. You know, the border is a shield. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And continuing with that motif, we have issue number 74. This is Destiny's Hand Part 3. The guy on the cover, if you know, you know. If you don't, I'll let you read the story so you know the connection between these two guys.
Bloodwind.
Yeah.
Bloodwind they're bringing back.
Really?
They're bringing it back in that Doomsday book that's coming
Interesting. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And then finally, we have Destiny's Hand Part 4, issue number 75 with the Atom.
Yep. And that's the character that starts out in Night Terrors as Dr. Destiny.
Really?
Nice. They let you know that within the first couple pages. So it's
wonderful.
It's no big. John D is his name.
I got a couple more. I think I showed them last week. I am unsure if I did. I only showed them to Sal, but I'm going to show them one more time. These are the last 3. Wolverine number 20.
Oh, great cover. Ramita.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, top-notch work. Yeah, very good stuff. Then we have first appearance of Tim Drake in the Robin costume.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a nice book. Got that $5. And this one was
$5.
$5 was a good deal.
This one was the better deal, though. I paid $4 for this, and this is Spider-Man and Batman.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Yep, love that one.
Bagley art?
It's more Bagley.
Is. Oh man, so
and
amazing.
I just looked it up. The one where Batman punches Gardner in the face. It was issue 5.
Yes.
Oh,
Right
nice.
on. That's wonderful. All right, Uncle Gary, we are getting close to the 2-hour mark, so why don't you go ahead and put this show
Bring it
to
home?
bed? And yeah, take us home, good sir. Take us home.
Take it home, see what we can do. All right, let's see if we have anything. You know, I mean, this might have been the highlight right here, Captain America 100. You've already seen it.
That is a highlight.
No big deal. You know,
bless America.
I mean, maybe this one's okay. This is the second appearance of the Falcon.
Ooh,
you know,
nice.
That's a good looking book. You know,
It is.
But I know it's in great shape. But you know, it's nothing like the first appearance of the Falcon.
God almighty.
Nice.
So these are for you, Dan, since your favorite character. So you got 2 Captain Americas here, and if you can see, that's a really nice copy too.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I'm fighting the damn glare. I'm sorry, fellas.
That's good right there.
One thing about those Gerber bags is they glare, but man, they look so good in it. But anyway, so Captain America 117, 118.
Wow.
All right, Tim, this one's for you, baby. This is Showcase 64.
The Spectre.
Yep, the Spectre. So this was the last Showcase issue before he got his own title that ended up going 10 issues and then stopped.
Wow.
You know, back in the 60s. So
out of
Spectre
my
60.
body, you squatter.
There you go. Murphy Anderson art. Murphy Anderson did the art.
Wow.
And you know, one thing I was thinking about after you were showing off a bunch of books last time is there's not really, like it used to be that there would be book titles. It would be like Showcase featuring Spectre. Like there's not really books like that anymore. There's Action Comics, there's Detective Comics, but there's not really a whole lot after that. Like it used to be, there'd be Action Comics and Adventure Comics and, you know, Detective Comics and Tales, you know, House of Mystery and House of Spit. Like there'd be all these books like Pep Comics that would have these different titles, and then it would feature a main character. Now it's just the character, whoever the character is, that's the name of the book. It doesn't have those other cool titles.
Well, Showcase and Brave and the Bold for a lot of times were tryout books.
Yeah.
When something's sold, bam, you get your own book. So you know, that's exactly what happened. Tim, this is another one for you, baby. This is a great Nick Cardy cover.
Love it.
When Jim Corrigan died,
with the big
his career began, and the Spectre was born.
Wow.
So these are reprints. This run of Secret Origins in the 70s, the 20 centers. They only ran 7 issues, but the covers were really cool. And you know, on here, that's over there. Gosh, on that side is the body of Corrigan, and the Spectre has risen up. So
good.
Pretty neat. Because trivia's coming up, I can't show you that cover. Maybe I can't show you that cover. I probably can't show you that cover now. I forgot about it.
You can show us the backing boards.
There you go. Here's Weird War number 19, one of my favorite Weird War covers.
Love it.
So Luis Dominguez. Here's a pretty cool Werewolf by Night.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pulling on those bars or whatever it is.
Yes, he is.
Damn, that's great.
Sal, this is for you, baby. You talked about it last week.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Avengers 160. This will be a decoding panels, probably. Next project. And Tim, I'm halfway through the one I'm doing now. So halfway.
Perfect.
So, there's the trial with the Grim Reaper. Secrets of the Ghost Castle.
Wow.
Number 1.
Is that a mushroom?
Mushroom?
Arms?
The mushroom got arms.
You and I, same thing.
Yep. That is a magic mushroom for sure, baby.
Almighty.
It's number 1 at Ghost Castle.
That's why I stay away from those.
Sal and I would have noped out of that panel real quick. We're out of here, guys. See you later.
It's a fungus, but he's not a fun guy.
Oh my God.
All right. Ghost number 30.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's a Nick Cardy, great Nick Cardy cover. Which, and I don't know. I wish I had something exciting to show you at the end, like I don't know, Justice League.
I'm done.
Well, you're showing the Justice Leagues. I thought you would enjoy this, Tim.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is the classic Justice League cover right there.
Put a dime in the jukebox, baby. You gotta let them hear it out. You know,
World of no return.
Number one, baby. And
Jeez.
and it doesn't say number one like we talked about before.
Yep.
Have I been getting that book? Yeah, you've been getting that book. So Justice League of America, and it does not have a number on it.
Wow.
But the famous Despero playing chess with the Flash. So
No
I've got
Superman.
tape on the spine of it, but you know what? It's okay. I'll take that.
Got it though. That's the important
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I mean, except for that tape on the spine, it's in pretty nice shape. So
Nice.
JLA1, baby.
All right.
nice.
Just sweet fini.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a ride it's been. And for Uncle Gary's birthday, it couldn't have
Thank you.
been any better. No, thank you for being with us today and allowing us to be a part of your birthday experience.
Something I was
Yes.
looking forward to. It enhanced my birthday.
That is amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting late here, but we are not done. We've got some more stuff coming for you, but we're going to take a couple minutes so we can go empty the bladders and get some more stuff to drink. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to find us on all the socials. All you got to do is type in at the Codex Station, and that is where you will find us, your favorite social media platforms, and where we're live streaming right now. Dan's going to let you know what you got to do if you see us on there.
Well, first thing you have to do is you have to follow, subscribe, whatever the particular site calls it. Make sure to like whatever you're watching. Make sure to click that like button because it's easy for you. Just takes a half a millisecond, but it means everything to us.
Mhm.
And leave some comments to let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see us talk about, what characters you want to see us talk about or not talk about. What topic ideas you think that would be good for us to hit. Just let us know. Let us know what you want to see us do.
Absolutely. Once again, at the Codex Station for your favorite social media platform. Also, we have a website that is called thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Go there to get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. New stuff is being updated there on the regular. So by all means, go ahead and take a peek. Also, we've got that neat little Patreon thingy right there. Use your smarty smartphone to give it a scan or head down to the link below so you can join our Patreon and be super cool, super awesome, and help this channel out, bring great content to you all the time, every time. And let's not forget these three guys. Gentlemen, Sal, where are you when you're not doing Codex stuff?
Well, you can always find me on my channel, my YouTube channel at Sal's Comic Corner, and you can also find me on Instagram as the Slab Guy 77.
Wonderful. And Dan, when you are not Instagramming, where can people find you on Instagram?
They can find me in the dark screaming into the abyss. But when I'm not doing that, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art, where I post art, music, writing, all kinds of creative stuff. So go check it out. Give me a follow. Give me some likes. Give me some comments, and let me know what you'd like to see me do next. And
And
then,
he's also screaming into the abyss as well.
Yes.
yes, if you want to see a video of me screaming into the abyss, you let me know. And the next day or two, that video will be up for you to watch.
Oh my
That's going to be requested. People are going to ask for it.
Oh my God.
That'll be the bonus. That'll be the bonus track on my next album, which is already.
You're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed when that gets more likes than anything else. Is you screaming in the abyss?
Just send him viral. Speaking of which, Uncle Gary, once again, happy birthday, good sir. 59 years young.
Yes.
Let people know where they can find you when you are not here hanging out with the Codex crew.
All righty. Well, thank you very much, sir. And again, it was a pleasure spending my birthday with you. You all don't have to treat me nice because it's past midnight now. So yeah, it's not my birthday anymore. But I appreciate it.
Gary, what a jerk!
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all that goodwill is out the window now, man.
Cracking eggs with his biceps and triceps.
That's right. That's right. That stuff's all out the window now. I appreciate spending part of my birthday with you all. I've been looking forward to it all day. You can see me. I'm a co-owner of Comic Logic. We're the only comic store in Loudoun County, Virginia. We are in Ashburn, Virginia. If you're in Northern Virginia, come by. We'd be glad to see you. I'm on the show called Ye Grumpier Old Nerds, and we are in we're on the second and third Thursday every month. We do a show at six-ish, and it's just me and two of the other owners of Comic Logic sitting around just bullshitting, talking about comics, sports, life, movies, TV, whatever old men talk about, prostate exams, all that good stuff. So
hey, when you get up to a certain age, you have to get it done, guys. And it'll save your life.
Who knows? So we talked about that, and then I'm also supplying on Facebook. I'm Opie Taylor, and I'm supplying the covers on Archduke Kevin's comic character of the day. So I'm putting covers there, and I want to say, sign for Codex Station. Please sign up. I think I'm responsible for 2 people tonight, at least one for sure. Nice. So I talked to people at trivia tonight and told them I was on Codex, and I know for sure that one of them hit the subscribe button, so I hope the other one or two did too. So
to any new viewers, welcome. It is amazing to have you. Our door is always open. Come into the kitchen, grab some of Sal's drink, and any comics you want to read, especially Uncle Gary's, go ahead and flip through.
Did you say our drawers are always open?
Our doors are always open, but some of our
bad.
drawers are always open too. Mine being that at 3 a.m. So, there we go.
You notice we're not standing up at all during this show.
Exactly. Hands free, ladies and gentlemen. Hands free. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna take a little bit of a hydration break, but we will be back shortly. If you're watching this after we're live, go check out some awesome Codex stuff right here on YouTube at the Codex Station. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know it's been a long episode today, but it has been worth every single minute of it. And we will see you next time.